Hi everyone, how you guys today? Hope you're all having a great week. Here we are again. Seems like it's hard to believe another week's gone by, but it does fly.
It's unbelievable how fast time flies. My grandfather used to tell me, when you get old, it feels like you should just stay in your pajamas, because really, it seems like you get dressed, the next thing you know, the day's over, you're back in your pajamas again. So, just kidding, but that's what he used to say to us.
Seems like you feed the puppies breakfast, you feed puppies supper, and it's bedtime.
Absolutely. Hey, guys, I want you to know, it's warming up around here. It's going up to 40s, sometimes close to 60 in the day. Doesn't really go below freezing at night. There was a couple, I looked at the forecast, there's a couple more nights going below freezing. The rest of them are above freezing or in the 40s. Hey,
we're getting there.
After teens, single digits, and below zero temperatures.
40 feels wonderful.
Yeah. Right? The 40s feel like Florida to us. So. And we only got 212 days, okay, guys, until we hit the road back towards Quartzsite, and that'll be gone in no time. I have 57 days before I have to go back to work, and we're planning on leaving it on October 15th or so. Roughly, that's what we're aiming for. We'll see what happens. We're going to start early in October, bringing this, bringing that, bringing this, and that way we don't have everything to bring in a couple of days after a doctor makes a decision that she gets released like we did last year,
A little crazy.
It was crazy. The other thing is, the other sign of spring, guys, flocks of geese. Large flocks of geese this whole week has been heading, I've seen them several times.
Heading back towards us.
Heading north, right? So.
Come back to visit.
Yeah, and finally.
And people all over the golf course.
And people are probably on the golf course. I haven't called my boss yet, but I got to figure that they have. And that poor guy hasn't made a stitch of money, maybe a little bit in his bar, but he has not made a stitch of money on the golf course in weeks.
Months.
Literally months. So, and there is a chemical called snow mold. The golf courses around here years ago used to put down every single year, no matter what. But with the lack of snow, a lot of these young superintendents don't do it. Well, my boss is an old superintendent, and thank God he did, because if the grass is under snow more than 20 days or 28 days, I forget what, it causes the snow mold, and the greens come out looking wicked ugly in the spring. So, I called him early. I texted him early. I said, I hope you put a snow mold down. He said, yep, I did. But I know a lot of guys that didn't. And so, yeah, there's going to be a lot of disappointed, terrible looking greens. The thing is the greens will recover, but it just takes some warm weather and stuff that looks like horrible until the warm weather hits. And then as soon as the warm weather hits, they, turn around quick. And the other thing is, finally, yay! And it happened just in time for me to go over to the RV, and we'll talk about that after. But I was taking these dogs out every single morning, noon, and night. And finally, when Sue got to take over with the dogs, she was lucky enough to give them the backyard. They got their backyard back, guys.
Snow is gone.
It was, first of all, that we got big trees in the back, so the southern sun wasn't hitting it. So our backyard was the last to lose the snow to begin with. And underneath it, because we had one snowstorm this deep, and then another snowstorm this deep, and it packed that first snowstorm down to like a miniature glacier. And so that took time. The ground wasn't absorbing water. I mean, really, we had that much water back there, the poor dogs. So
they have flooding on a regular basis.
They haven't had their backyard in 6 weeks,
since we've been back.
7 weeks.
Since we've been back.
Right? So, hey, we're happy. They're happy.
They're very happy.
I didn't get to see it because I was over in the RV, but Sue said they just ran their yard just friggin' crazy.
Right through the mud puddle, right through the puddle. I mean, we've got water standing out like at least that much.
And normally they won't touch water.
And that's what they're flying through.
Yeah, normally they won't even touch water.
So they come in very messy, but I haven't had to go outside in the cold or the rain yesterday. It rained here all day.
Rooster tails in mud, lots of it, lots of rooster tails in mud. So they're happy. So because it's warmed up, I decided that I'm going to go over and be in the RV and spend time with my dad. So that's where we're at right now. I'm not living here for the next couple of weeks or so, so I can spend time with my dad, because I haven't spent much time with him all winter with the snow on the ground and fighting the snow and not being able to get in to find even a place to park. And there and back is an hour and a half, believe it or not, or close to it. So instead of me going back and forth, I was going down once a week, spending an hour and a half with him, and then not seeing him again. Already I've helped him with a bunch of projects, and I've done some things around there that he needed done. And so I've just moved most of my stuff over there for the next few weeks. Susie's going to have the dogs for 3 days. I'm going to have the dogs for 4 days. We still see each other. We talk to each other 3 times a day. And, we're a married old couple. We don't necessarily have to be like hand in hand 24 hours a day or anything. I mean, we love each other and love being with each other, but we're old enough where it doesn't really matter, and for the short term. And so that's where we're at. The dogs are there, and Sue gets the dogs for 3 days. I get the dogs for 4 days. And so that's how it.
So today will be my first day where the dogs are leaving. So
yeah. So and
that's going to be a little hard.
And I come over and I walk the dogs and take a shower and stuff halfway through the 3 days, so they get to see me. And then, well, we haven't seen if they're going to miss Mom, but Gracie missed me every time she heard a car door. She'd stand at the door and wait for me.
Stands and stares.
So she gets to go with Dad, and I don't think they'll miss Sue as much in the RV because they haven't been with her in the RV, but they'll definitely notice, and they'll definitely wonder when a car door if it's Mom, because they just will. Okay. We're only going to do it for a couple weeks, maybe a little longer or whatever. I want to get back here definitely quite a few days ahead of before I go back to work, because I don't want to be driving from Little Compton all the way up to Taunton. It's not a fun drive. It's horrible. It's dangerous. You have to cross 195. It's a complicated story. But if you saw the New England roads, you'd understand what I'm saying. It's deadly. Coming from here to there, it's all back roads. It's an easy trip, except for a short stint on the highway, which I recently found out how to avoid that. So I just want to leave from here to go to work. I'm going to get to spend some time with my dad. Now, once it gets warmed up, I'm going to be spending a lot more of the time on the weekends down there, because I'll have the RV to stay in. It was winterized. The heat wasn't hooked up. The water wasn't hooked up. The electricity wasn't hooked up. The solar batteries were out of it, and so forth and so on. So I had to basically take it out of its winterization. And now that it's done that, I can go down and actually spend some time there, like a whole day and stuff, because I'll have a place to go in and have something to eat. I'll have a refrigerator. I'll have a stove. I doubt I'll be spending overnights, because when I'm back to work, it's trying to spend time in Little Compton. It makes the weekend go by too fast for me. It just does. I need to be here. I need to be with Sue. I need to be with the puppies. I have a yard to take care of here. I have projects here. I have a bathroom to paint here, like shortly after I get to work, because I don't want to be doing it when it's hot. So I'm going to be painting a bathroom. But anyways, trying to bring the RV out of winterization should be a normal process. But I've only done it once. And that's because we ended up selling our house and hitting the road, and I was never here in the winter, so it never had to be winterized. Well, I remembered how to winterize it okay. It took me a little bit, right? But I got all the water out of it. However, first of all, I had to hook up water, so I get the water hooked up. Okay, it's fine. I got water in the bathroom, water in the shower. I can't get water in the kitchen no matter what I do. I'm telling you, I turn it on, I would get a little drip. I would turn the cold water on, I'd get a little warm water, and then I'd get cold water. And I couldn't figure this out to do. And I've already learned this. This is what happens when you get old. If you don't do something repeatedly, you forget it, you got to relearn it. I've already learned this. But what happened is there's a bypass valve that you open when you're blowing the rig out. I mean, you close. I'm sorry, no. You open it when you blow the rig out. And I know that. But I forgot about that. So I couldn't get, first of all, any water at all, no pressure. And I searched and searched and searched, and it ended up being the little thing that comes off the sink. The screen was clogged with quartzite calcium. And so as soon as I took that off, I got plenty of flow. Second of all, I can't get any hot water. I would turn on the hot water. I would get a little bit of warm and cold, no matter what I did. I tried and tried and tried. I went crazy. Ended up being, I forgot to shut that winterization valve off, and as soon as I did, about 45 minutes later, I hit the hot water. I got wonderful hot water. Finally, I'm going to put the slide out. I hit the thing to put the slide out. The slide doesn't move. Oh my God. Here we go. So I tried some other stuff in there, nothing. I've got solar power. I've got 110. I had installed my batteries. The solar's working. The steps ain't working. The house batteries ain't working to move the slide. and none of the tank stuff tells you how full the tanks was working. So therefore, that tells me that the house batteries something's wrong with the house batteries. I do have a charger permanently hooked up to it, so I plugged that into the solar power, and it registered 12.6, which means it should be moving the slide, no problem. I found a mouse that was in a trap, so now I'm convinced that the mouse had eaten a wire. So I start tracing wires and chasing wires and tracing wires and chasing wires. I can't see nothing really wrong. I didn't start ripping stuff apart to look yet, but I'm saying to myself, well, I'll just go out and I'll jump the house batteries. And I opened up the compartment to the house batteries.
He forgot again.
And I had unhooked the house batteries when I left the last time because I was worried about how long it would take me to get back, and I didn't want the propane sensor and the carbon monoxide sensor, and there's steps, that sensor on the steps, and all that stuff still runs, okay? There's 2 propane sensors, and over time that'll drain them batteries down. Well, I had disconnected it and put the nut down here and took the negative off. I forgot. I chased wires. I went friggin' crazy. Okay, guys? As soon as I opened it, I put the nut on and I was fine. So now I'm living in the RV, and I've got heat, and I've got water, and I've got house batteries, and I have a slide when I'm there alone, but when I take the puppies, I'm putting the slide out. We need more room. When I'm by myself, I have an aisleway to walk in, and it's fine. It's fine. So anyways, I'm there. And she's here for the next couple of weeks, and that's my story of de-winterizing Finicky Franny. And she is finicky, and a lot of it is my fault.
This was your finickiness. It wasn't hers.
Just saying. Just saying. It's never straightforward, either my mistake or hers, whatever, right?
It's usually yours.
She's pulled a couple of queer deals on me, though.
But in the end, it turned out to be you.
I'm just saying.
Not her.
Not always. That one time when we didn't have any thing at all, it was that wax fuse that I couldn't find, and I ended up searching and searching and searching. And we might be losing power on our light. So anyways, I'm over there. Hey, I have a question for you all, and I want you all to answer me in the comments, okay? Why did they claim there was a shortage on eggs, and it went from an average from $1.89 to $3 a dozen, and it was that way for years, okay? We had a shortage. Now they're up to $5, $6, $7, sometimes $8. There's no more shortage. The price has never gone down. I'm just asking. Do you know why? Leave it in the comments. And if we had a shortage on eggs, why didn't we have a shortage on thighs, breasts, chicken wings, legs, all this other stuff? I understand there's laying hens, and I understand there's chickens. So that could be the reason. But why hasn't the price gone back down?
Prices never go
At
back
least
down.
to within 50 cents of what it used to be. No,
They
they
never go
sock
back
it to
down.
you. Gas right now around here this is another reason why I'm staying at my dad's, because back and forth all the time over there at 80 cents more a gallon than it was a couple of months ago because of what's going on overseas is a lot of money. So, just saying. The other thing is, I've been using heat and scared to use heat and wondering once again, I freaked out about it. It only cost me $18 to fill my propane tank.
And that was from all the way home.
And that'll give me, right, that was all the way home. No, that was using it in Quartzsite a lot. I didn't use it at all home.
On the way home we did.
I didn't. I used the house. I never took that out of the car.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But anyways, I used it for quite a few weeks in Quartzsite. And then I used it here, and it was cold. I used the heat regularly and constant. I did some cooking. I've been doing the hot water. So I'm not going to worry about it. I was like worrying about how much propane I'm using. Hey, I have to be warm. I'm old. If I have to spend an extra $50 a month on propane to stay warm, that's what I'm going to do. So anyways, so that's our week. Plain and simple, right? You got anything to add?
First sign of spring, the snow went away and crocuses popped up. So for me, that was like a fun thing.
I thought crocuses were insects.
No, crocuses are little flowers. One of the first ones.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I just busted.
And the other thing I want to talk about is I'm really excited because on Friday it looks like it's going to be 50 some degrees on Friday. And so I'm going to go outside and do some of my resin art. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm going to put out a little video so I can show you guys what I can, if I can come up with anything. We'll see. If it looks really easy, but we'll see. It could be one of those things that's not as easy as it looks. So.
And rightfully so. Because she got some of the stuff at Christmas, and it's just been too cold.
Too cold. I'm not feeling well.
It may affect her lungs if she does it inside with everything closed. So she just hasn't dared because of her. And by the way, she's doing really good, guys.
I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah.
Anyway, so we've been worried about that. But a 50-degree day, I guess she'll be able to do it outside.
I'm gonna do it outside.
And
so
bathe them in warm water or something to make them dry.
Well, no, I'm going to keep it the resin in warm water to keep the resin
up
to temperature.
Okay.
So
in other words, when she pours
it,
the resin will be up to temperature. So hopefully, and she's going to make a video on it. I just finished a video on chuck wagons. You guys are going to like it. There's a lot of history behind chuck wagons, and if you're wondering what a chuck wagon is, you millennials, if you're watching this, are going, what the hell is a chuck wagon? Well, a chuck wagon are the vehicles that used to follow the cowboys that drove cattle for hundreds of miles. And he was the dude that had all the food, the cooking utensils, and he had a military-type freight liner for its day of a wagon with a kitchen built on the back.
It was really cool.
It sounds weird, but it's really cool. I found a lot of history on it, and I put it up today. That'll be out on April 28th. So,
very cool.
Anyways, guys, we're up to... well, we're not. We're actually doing good. This is what I want to do, is about 20 minutes, right? So, anyways, guys, thank you. And that's our week in a nutshell, pretty much. Susie's not looking forward to losing the puppies for 4 days.
No.
But she's not going to literally lose them for 4 days. It'll be 3.5 because I'll be able to bring them back.
It'll be 2, and then you'll be here.
Right. And they'll see them again. And then on Saturday, I'll bring them back on Saturday afternoon. So I'm not keeping them the whole 4th day, just like I'm taking them today instead of tomorrow. So,
it'll be quiet around here, put it that way.
Yeah, and,
without no little munchkins.
Yeah. So,
but I'm hoping to get some projects done, so that's a good thing.
We've been missing each other, but we're okay. We talk 3 times a day, so I mean,
right.
We'll be fine. I'm gonna do it for another week or 2 or 3 or whatever, and then I just want to be back here before I go back to work. We'll see what happens. So, guys, we love you all. If you would,
thank you so much.
Play our playlist. We're up to 955 subs,
Yay.
And so if you have time, play our playlists, give us the watch hours, and maybe we can make $10 a week or something.
Right.
So, love you guys. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying this new non-live weekly update series, I guess you can call it. This is season 1. This is episode 4 right here. So hey guys, we love you all. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Right?
Have a great week.
Bye guys.
God bless.